All right, welcome to our training this evening, the 3 secrets to living in flow, recharging to accelerate and amplify wealth in all of life without sacrificing your health or time with loved ones. I'm so excited to share this training with you because so many people have been under the illusion that success has to be hard and that it has to be painful. And my goal this evening is to show you that it can be a whole lot easier and it can be really fun if we just make a couple of simple shifts. So, in the workshop, I'm going to reveal to you my formula for recharging and achieving greater wealth and impact with less stress, time, and sacrifice. Are you ready? All right, so stay with me until the very end because I'm going to give you a free download. Now, write down somewhere, grab a piece of paper, write down on the notes in your phone, write down anywhere this phone number 303-557-1258. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen. At the end of our training tonight, you're going to want to text still here to that number 303-557-1258. All right. And now is a great time to turn off all distractions. This is your time for yourself. All right. So let's take this time and become fully present with your experience. You know that you're in the right place right here, right now, if you believe that wealth is about more than money and that you're ready for the journey to be easier and more fun. And you're ready to take the inner game of wealth to the next level. You're ready for a good recharge in your business and in your life. Who's ready to have a really good recharge in your business and life? Oh my gosh, especially after 2020, and we're here all the way into 2021. And, we're just ready for kind of that reset and recharge. So I've been helping high achieving leaders to live in flow and grow their impact for the past decade. And I specialize in optimizing energy and the mind for the ultimate success. I use proven methods that are fast and effective. These are methods that, I created out of necessity for myself. I am a very ambitious woman. And, when I had children, I set out to be the absolute best mom that I could be. When I was a little girl, I told myself, I'm going to do it differently. And there were a lot of ways growing up that, I was not treated out of the highest respect. And I was neglected in a lot of ways as a child. And I always told myself that I would do it better. And then when I had my own children, I found myself repeating the same things that I swore I would never do with my children. I found myself yelling. I found myself snapping. I found myself, really falling out of alignment with my husband. And that was unacceptable to me. And so, when I got burnt out and I hit that wall, I decided to seek out a different path and really find a solution for myself. And I trained under masters and I practiced hundreds of hours to develop this system so that I could make the impact that I really wanted to make while being the mom that I wanted to be. So, my standards for my life were that, I'm somebody who is going to change the world. And I'm also going to be a really good mom and a really good wife and a really good friend. And I'm not willing to sacrifice any of that for success. And throughout the process, I found all of these other benefits, all these other things happening to me that I never could have imagined. Like I healed my body, I upgraded my marriage, my kids' behavior improved in response to my energy, my husband healed in response to my energy. Every part of my life flourished, and it was a real life miracle. Now, let me know if you have ever experienced a miracle, something where, um, you know, some it's hard to explain exactly what a miracle is. I mean, everything in a way is a miracle. Um, but it's like I defied the odds. You know what I mean? And when I discovered all of these positive changes effortlessly happening in my life, I realized, oh my gosh, I need to get this out to as many people as possible. And it has been continuing ever since. It didn't stop when I learned, and developed the system. I utilize it and it continues to work through my life every single day. So, this evening we're talking about living in flow, and there are really two states that we ever exist in. Some people call it um, flow and resistance. That's what I'm talking about tonight is flow and resistance. Some people call it ease and suffering. The contrast there. But we're going to talk about flow and resistance. Those are the two main states that we find ourselves in. And flow is where we have the clarity to see the answers and the opportunities. Let me know if you, in the comments, if you can resonate with some of these things. Flow is where abundance comes easily to you. It's where you have vibrant energy and you just feel amazing. You feel energized. Flow is where your relationships are vibrant, where you're connected to your source. Flow is when life feels so easy. Everything falls into place naturally. Flow is when your heart is open and free of fear. And there are some things that take us out of flow. This flow state, I know that you all have experienced this flow state before in your life, many times in your life. And it comes and goes, right? You experience this flow and it lasts for a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days or even weeks. And then all of a sudden you find yourself out of that flow. So some things that take us out of the flow are fears. When life gets really good, life starts getting really easy, something rises up and sweeps us out of that flow and puts us back into what we think is our normal state. What we think is our normal state is that state of resistance where we're, life is more complicated and stressful and hard. And things that take us out of the flow are things like fear, resentment, shame, limiting beliefs. All are things, when life starts getting really good, these restrictions that are in our subconscious rise up and they sweep us right back into that resistance. So when we're in resistance, we worry, we have a lot of anxiety, we experience burnout and struggle, force, pain. We experience a lot of illness. Illness really thrives in resistance because when we're in resistance, we're not really taking care of our bodies in very subtle ways. We may think we're taking care of our bodies, but we're doing so many things unconsciously that we're not taking care of our bodies in the optimal way. And then we have resistance. We feel tired. We find ourselves overthinking. And so I'm going to show you my secret formula to living in flow. And this is something that I go in depth with my Recharge students. Recharge is a lifetime system. This is something that my students have lifetime access to. And they go through every part of their life and they bring flow into their body, into their mind, in their spirit. And this is the formula that we use in Recharge. It's number one, unlocking your body and your mind. Number two is releasing that root cause. Number three is effective self-care that goes deep into the core. So number one, unlocking your subconscious and cells to gain access to the resistance. So your subconscious is 95% of your mental processing. So we're not aware of 95% of what's going on in our mind. And that is where the limiting beliefs hang out. That's where the fears, that's where the doubts, the resentment, the anger, all these things that are influence our thoughts and actions are in our subconscious mind and in our bodies. And so by unlocking our mind and bodies, we're able to gain access and really take our control back. So, emotions and beliefs are stuck in your subconscious and your cells, causing your body to react with pain or illness, causing you to sabotage your relationships and your success. And energy is the key. Energy is a system like the circulatory and the nervous systems, and it impacts your mind and your physiology. Now, in the recharge program, you're really going to tap into your infinite source of energy. It's life force. And life force creates a natural state for relaxation and spiritual connection. And the body and the mind naturally open to reveal what's been hiding in plain sight. Now, a lot of people feel nervous about revealing what's inside of them because they think it's going to be really scary. But the truth is that the truth is, as they say, the truth will set you free. So, in my experience, and with my students' experience, is it's liberating to find out those things that have been hiding and to it really gives them access to set those things free. Okay. And in recharge, you learn how to access this life force and how to utilize it in your body and in your life every day and really in every moment. The second secret is releasing the root of your resistance. So your thoughts and behaviors are symptoms. It's not about controlling your thoughts, because they're just symptoms, and fears create negative thoughts. You're not going to eliminate fears by controlling your thoughts. You eliminate negative thoughts by releasing your fears. It's the other way around. And limiting beliefs create sabotaging habits and behaviors. So you don't change your beliefs by changing your habits and behaviors. You change your habits and behaviors by changing your beliefs. And in order to change those beliefs, you've got to go deep down into the root. You go deep down into that whole world of that 95% that you're unaware of. But you gain access to that with the energy, and you go into your subconscious mind to be able to pull those out. And by releasing resistance, you make space for love. And love is really what creates that flow. So when you release the resistance, your heart opens, you gain the clarity that you need, and you naturally manifest the results that you want. It's very, very simple. It's not about just raising your vibration and thinking positive and all that stuff that people talk about. It's simply creating space. There's really two things that take place in our bodies and our mind. There's love and there's fear. And things like anger, shame, and guilt, those all get wrapped up in fear. Things like joy and fulfillment and excitement, those all get wrapped up in love. And so, we have this balance in our bodies. And when we have, more love, more fear than love, then we have resistance. And if we have more love than fear, then we have flow. It's kind of like, just simple math. So finally, the third secret is about self-care and self-care habits to maintain your flow. Now, what's really interesting is when you unlock your body and mind and you release that resistance, you naturally want to take care of yourself better. You naturally want to, create more empowering habits in your life. And the best self-care habits are things that help you to maintain flow. They deeply impact your body, your mind, and your spirit. They're enjoyable and they're fun and they're simple and they can be done anytime, anywhere. So this does not have to be hard, does not have to be complicated. If you feel like you're dreading your self-care or it feels like you've got this annoying to-do list, then it's not the right self-care. The right self-care is going to be so powerful that you cannot wait to do it. And you're going to, the more you do it, the more you want to do it. So I'm going to share the examples of the self-care that I teach in Recharge. These are quantum activities to live in flow. The first one are energetic adjustments, and that's where you utilize life force energy to open up your body and your mind and to release, allow, whatever resistance or restrictions you're holding on inside of you, they naturally rise up and release. And energetic emotional release technique is a quick and easy process that you can use to energetically release fears and limiting beliefs and things like that from your mind. The energetic adjustments primarily work in your body on a cellular level, even on a DNA level. And the energetic emotional release technique works primarily in your mind. But let me just give you a quick example. When I was first developing energetic emotional release technique, I had this rash around my eye and it was really itchy and painful and very red and a little bit embarrassing because, I'm on camera quite a bit and I had this big rash on my eye and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was, it wasn't anything obvious and nothing was helping it. I tried all kinds of salves and diet changes and lotions and things like that. Nothing was helping. In fact, it was just getting worse month after month. And so finally, I tried out this technique to see if I could remove an emotion from my body because I figured, this is an angry red rash. There's got to be some kind of emotion that's contributing to this. So I used the method and I found out it was anger from when I was 2, having to do with my mom. And once I released that anger from my skin, immediately the itchiness went away. And within about a week, the whole rash was gone. And this was the first time of many instances that I've used energetic emotional release technique to heal things in the body, which is amazing. You can use it for headaches. And I had pneumonia once, and I used this to clear some really deep generational patterns of fear and anger. And after having pneumonia and complications from pneumonia for about a month, all the symptoms went away. The whole thing went away the next day. I wouldn't say 100%, but like the bad coughing went away and some other things related to that all went away the next day and everything healed up, within the next couple of weeks. So it's amazing how when conventional methods just aren't working, that's a sign that there's something energetic going on and that it's, something you got to go deeper. As I said, I think that was a different class I said this, so I'll say it for the first time in this class. It's not about working harder, it's about going deeper. So whenever you feel like you need to work harder at something, tell yourself, let's go deeper and see what you find. All right. And then quantum shift meditations. So quantum shift meditations are a very special type of meditation that's kind of like a guided energetic adjustment where it works on a cellular and subconscious level to make changes in your body and your mind. It's not just about relaxation. It's not just about feeling good. This actually makes changes and it helps you to manifest things in your life more quickly. So these are some really powerful self-care methods that take just 20 minutes per day for all of it, and sometimes less, and sometimes more if you feel like it. But the whole thing typically shouldn't take more than 20 minutes. And if you don't have 20 minutes in your day, then that means, that means you really have some work to do. Like everybody should have much more than 20 minutes to take care of themselves. So let me know how you're doing. How are you feeling so far about all of this? Is this resonating so far? Do you have any questions? Okay. I'm just seeing a comment now. Let's see. Awesome. Awesome, Macy. So you master your energy to master your life, right? Everything is energy. Every energy is the basis of everything in life. And so once we master our energy, we master our life. And we've got really two options at this point. We can continue on the path of resistance, right? Or we can take the path of love and live in flow. It's that math equation. If we have more resistance than love, then we're in resistance. If we have more love than resistance, then we're in flow. And we don't have to eliminate all resistance. That's, kind of impossible. Well, maybe not impossible, but it's not a realistic expectation because we have infinite depth to ourselves. And if you think about it, humans have been around for billions of years, and it's so funny. I was like, billions of years. I don't know if we've been around for billions of years, but I have a feeling that we have in some way. But the world has been around for a very, very long time. And we have lineage, and so there's just infinite depth to ourselves. So you don't have to release all 100% of the resistance, but it's just creating more flow than resistance. And that's all we need to create flow in our lives. And recharge is the path of flow. This is a lifetime access program that I've created for high achieving leaders who, you're not willing to let resistance take over your life. You're not willing to let anything stop you from creating the things that you're here to create. And so I created Recharge to be able to help you to not just manage your energy, not just manage your emotions and your habits, but really heal the root cause. The things that create resistance in our lives are traumas. There are different types of traumas that create these patterns, these underlying patterns where we're out of control. And so what this does is it gives you your power back, and it allows you to really be your true self without having to try. And the way that you can get started with Recharge is to let me know that you want to do it. Actually, I can put this in let's see, hold on a second. Actually, let me know. I don't have the link on me right now. And I was going to do that. The inner game upgrade session. But we had some technical difficulties and the person wasn't able to get in and nobody volunteered to do it that I can see. Let me just look in the chat again, just to make sure. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Okay, yeah, so nobody has said that they want to do the inner game upgrade session yet, which I understand. We don't necessarily know each other yet, and we haven't talked ahead of time about what it's going to be. So I understand, and you weren't prepared to do that. But if you would like to do an inner game upgrade session another time, let me know and we'll be able to set that up for you. So if you want to get started with Recharge so that I can teach you the system to access your flow yourself anytime, to be able to help you to meet and exceed your goals faster and more easily, then you can let me know and I can show you how to get started for just $7 for the first month. And you know what? You are worth $7. You're worth way more than $7. So, if you're interested in checking this out, there's no obligation to keep going. You can literally, sign up for $7, do some of the exercises and processes and go through some of the, processes. And if you find that it's not working for you for whatever reason, then you can just stop doing it. But, most people get hooked in on the first day because you get immediate results. Which is really cool and really unique for something like this. So just let me know if you're interested in doing that. I can show you how to get started for $7. Or you can pay $997 up front. And I have a special gift that I'm sending to everybody who pays in full. It's a special self-care package, which I'm super excited to be sending these out. They're amazing tools that you can use for your self-care to really help support you through the process. So if you would like some more information, then let me know, and or you can ask questions right now. We can take some questions so that you really feel confident in the decision that you're making. Oh, awesome, Macy. Macy says, I'd love more info and I'm happy to volunteer for the upgrade session you were talking about. Perfect. All right. So are we connected, Macy, on Facebook yet? Let me send you my phone number, 303-557-1258. So you can also send me a text message there and I will send you the quantum shift meditation download. So you'll get that and we can talk some more about recharge. So just send me a text message there and then we can continue the conversation. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening and I cannot wait to get started. Help guiding you into this flow, this life of flow. This is a lifestyle. And you know what I love about this being a lifestyle is you don't have to make a whole lot of lifestyle changes. The biggest lifestyle change that you'll be making is creating 20 minutes a day for yourself. That is the biggest lifestyle change that you'll be making. Everything else is just going to unfold naturally in your life. You're going to naturally be taking inspired action to make some shifts and changes where it doesn't feel like effort at all. And you'll find that life starts shifting around you. Life starts aligning around you and starts reflecting those energetic shifts that you're making inside. So have a wonderful rest of your evening. And Macy, I look forward to talking with you soon. And I look forward to connecting with everybody who is joining me in Recharge in this next week. All right, bye.